you ain't the prototypical rapper. Because your message ain't money, cars, clothes, hoes.
Well, I like that stuff too.
No,
but
the substance of
I do have some.
your rapping ability, I was saying, like, how can I describe like Killer Mike to my mama, right? Or to my grandmother? I'm like, he's a woke rapper with a twist, with that southern dialect of twang. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I think you can only produce a Killer Mike in Atlanta, because you younger than me, but if you want to describe to your grandmama or your mama who I am, tell them he like Wesley Merritt. Well, who was Wesley Merritt? If you look up Wesley Merritt, one of the most famous black numbers mans ever. You know what I mean? So I never had to look outside of my neighborhood for heroes or villains. Wesley Merritt was a numbers man. He owned most of the real estate on the west side. He rented to folk. He was a man that also read Plato and Socrates. Yeah. He got killed in his yard. He got killed in '95 by just one of some young taker-type dudes. And the criminals and everybody that came to his funeral, from politicians to statespeople to criminals, came to this man's funeral, and they said, you know, the white reporter asked the black man, you know, well, why we celebrate him? He said, hey, man, you know, these kids today ain't got good sense. They don't have no care for life. Sounds similar to what you're hearing today? That sounds similar to some of the things you're saying? But that man said it's a right way to do wrong. So, you know, I'm a man with horns and a halo. You know, my grandmother moved here at 18 years old, went to nursing school, bought her first house at 20 years old, little 900 square foot house, but 2-3 streets back was Billy and Cynthia McKinney, state representatives. You know, Billy was the father, former police officer. His daughter, Cynthia, went on to become one of the most dynamic legislators here. You had people like Bernice King in your neighborhood. You got the Russell family, incredible family of developers, black developers, built half the city. So for me—
They property, right?
Yeah, exactly. So for me, you know, I am everything in between that numbers man at the Silver Fox and that corporate office right there on Northside Drive. You know, I'm all black, all encompassing.
Some of the things that we're gonna cover over this interview is talking about the versatility, not only of you, but of the environment that has created a Killer Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
A Cam Newton.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some would say, nigga, you a football player. He ain't used to seeing you talk.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But when in Atlanta, we expect you to talk. Cause we're literally the old people say, hey, man, you got a stage, man, you got to say something.
Come on, man.
They expect you to be intelligent here. And that's a different ingraining. That's a different upbringing.
But in your industry, though, that's not something that's highlighted.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes you different.
Yeah.
When I listen to your music, bro, I don't know if I'm listening to modern day Martin Luther King or Malcolm X over some music that's just really like, you know what I'm saying, putting it together, making me aware of the certain surroundings of this, that, and the third. And usually, going back to the statement or the quote I did say, money, cars, clothes, hoes, and that's all that is.
Yeah.
But you are very, number one, articulate. Number two, educated with remembrance of names and who and what they were. Yeah. And we're not used to hearing that, not from no rapper.
Yeah, history is important.
Mm-hmm.
I say in my homie record, I got the money, the cars, the weed and the clothes, the bitches, the jury. You know what I mean? And then I say, well, I got the real estate ventures. You know, I got big vacating ventures, but follow me here. You know, I say, tell people I got the mayor, the congressmen, senators, I got the governors here. And that's for real. That's when the people say, I keep it real. I'm keeping it as real as I can.
Yes, sir.
I'm still hold $100,000 worth of gold on me. I got a muscle car out back. I'm gonna drive back to a black neighborhood, park next to my black neighbors, and I'm probably gonna text the governor, your guy didn't look so good last night. You know what I mean? Like, that only happens when you actively involved in every aspect of your community you can be. And that's one thing I've always been encouraged to be.